and Then the most overproduced Beatles track? Let's look at the case for the prosecution. I counted a total of 6 different producers on this track. Of course, John recorded the original demo on a very simple cassette recorder with a built-in condenser mic. Then you have Paul, for the first time credited as master producer on any Beatles work, assisted also by Giles Martin. And then if we go back to the original recordings on which Paul, George and Ringo worked, the 2 previous ones were credited to John, Paul, George and Ringo, and of course Jeff Lynne was the original producer on those. So we have 6 producers plus an arranger. And then let's look at the recording locations themselves. The original demo was done at the Dakota Buildings in New York. It was then worked on at Hog Mill Paul's studios in Sussex. Further work was done at Abbey Road. Ringo recorded his piece at home in LA, and the orchestral arrangements were recorded at the Capitol Studios in Los Angeles. All in all, there was a 17-piece orchestra used on this, including 4 violas, 6 violins, and 3 cellos. Sadly, one of the viola players, Caroline Bookman, passed away before even knowing that she had played on the final ever Beatles recording. In terms of the case for the defence, well, if you asked the late George Martin, he would probably say that Let It Be is the most overproduced Beatles album, produced originally by him and overproduced by Phil Spector. And if we look at Now and Then, there are no pioneering use of any instruments previously unheard of on a pop record. We have no Mellotron, we have no Moog synthesizer or anything like that. In fact, the use of AI itself is not pioneering even for the Beatles, because the Revolver Deluxe Edition featured heavily demixed technology and AI. If we look at the cover as well of Now and Then, it's a hardly high production value. I think they do miss a trick compared to the previous reunion singles where there was more colourful and inciting artwork used for those releases. Also, if we look at production values on earlier Beatles tracks, A Day in a Life, for example, featured a 40-piece orchestra. Paul wanted 90, but he got cooled down on that particular one. But there's infinitely more orchestration on other Beatles tracks. So, was it all worth it? Well, the answer is we have both versions available. We have John's original demo and we have the produced version, which is recently released. You can take your pick and listen to whichever one that you like. I think personally it has to be worth it. Recently, the Beatles dethroned Taylor Swift at the top of the UK charts. Some naysayers have been saying that this is going to detract from the Beatles' legacy. It's no way matches the high point of tracks such as A Day in the Life and Strawberry Fields Forever. But I think the Beatles' legacy is safe and assured, and I'm glad that we have Now and Then in the world. Thank you.